So we'll begin with few observations made under refraction. So we need to get introduced to the nomenclature and the ray diagram. So we have medium 1, which has a different optical density than medium 2. This is your medium 2. Again, we're not talking about which has more optical density. We're just telling that, okay, this is two different medium with two different optical density. This is your incident ray, right? Falling at not parallel, not perpendicular to the two mediums, right? This is your point of incidence. At this point, like before, we need to draw normal. So we have this to be your normal. What happens to this light? It will bend either towards the normal or away from the normal. This is your refracted ray. Again, we'll repeat. So we have the word normal, point of incidence, incident ray, refracted ray, angle of incidence, angle of refraction, angle of incidence, and this is your angle of refraction. These are the words that we need to know. Very simple. Instead of reflection, we have refraction. And yes, here I and R are related in a different manner. Not the same one as your reflection, law of reflection, right? It's not the same thing. Okay, so using this, we'll make certain observation. So the first observation is when light moves from less denser to more denser in terms of optical density, or rarer to denser. Okay, so these are the names that we need to know. So this is a rarer medium. Rarer means less denser, optical denser medium, and this is optically denser medium. Okay, again, when we use the word density over here, please remember we are talking about optical density. So what happens? So we have our incident ray, which is not perpendicular to the boundaries. This is your normal, right? Normal to the boundaries. So when we have a light from rarer to denser, okay, this is your incident ray, remember, it will bend. Okay, let me actually show this way. See, the original path of the light happens to be this. Agree? This is how the light was supposed to go. But what happens is the light will bend towards the normal. This is what is known as towards the normal. So it went towards the normal. Okay. So whenever we have a light moving from rarer to denser, we have light bending towards the normal. A ray of light is bent towards the normal when it enters an optical denser medium at an angle, right, which is not zero, other than zero. If you have any positive angle, this happens. This is the observation. So in terms of angles, if I call this as angle I, and this is your angle R, so clearly angle I is greater than angle R. If not, angle R is lesser than angle I. Best example which we have seen practically at the start is a beam of light moving from air into your oil. So oil is more denser, optically denser than air. Okay, so clearly we can see over here a ray which was supposed to go this way. It bent towards the normal. Normal is supposed to be over here. Okay, so you can clearly see it's bending towards the normal. It's not that dramatic. It's not bent a lot, but yes, it's bending towards the normal. Okay, so this is the first case. Now the next second case is when you are moving from denser to rarer. This is denser and this is rarer. Again, optical density. Remember, we're talking about optical density. So light, which was going this way, okay, this is the actual path, and that's your normal. Not exactly there. Yes, there also. Okay, that's your normal. What happens to this? This will bend Yes, away from the normal. Okay. Again, we are moving from denser to rarer. So this is your normal. So this will moving away from the normal. So you can see away from the, this is your normal, by the way. That's your normal. So the ray will bend away. So it is going away from this normal, right? A ray of light is bent away from the normal when it enters an optically less denser medium. So basically rarer medium. So in this case, angle of refraction is more than angle of incidence. So the example which we are looking at is from oil to air. So here we have a light which was supposed to go this way. You can clearly see it's moving away from the normal. So normal being over here, right? This is your normal. So it's bending away from the normal. Make sense? What we understood and whatever we studied till now. So let's just recap, and yes, you guys need to make a note of all of it. So first thing is your ray diagram, incident ray, refracted ray, angle of incidence, angle of refraction, normal, point of incidence. Right? All of this is between two medium surfaces, the boundary between them, physical boundary. Okay. So the next thing that you guys have to notice, whenever light moves from less denser to more denser, it will bend towards the normal. So air to oil is an example which we are looking at. It is bending towards the normal. The third thing which you guys have to make a notice, when it moves from denser to rarer, like oil to air, optically denser to optical rarer, it will bend away from the normal. It is much free to move. So it will bend away from the normal. That's how you can remember.